I think that a lot has been made of my deal in particular. I'm not totally sure why.
Yeah, while on the show Democracy Now!, Sinners director Ryan Coogler was asked about his much publicized deal that he made with Warner Brothers for his latest movie. Along with giving Ryan a $90 million budget for the movie, Warner Brothers agreed to give Ryan a percentage of the first dollar gross, and the rights for the film revert back to Ryan after 25 years.
And Warner Brothers is not the first studio to provide these deals to a filmmaker.
He's correct. Filmmakers like Tyler Perry, Clint Eastwood, Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, and Quentin Tarantino have all made similar deals with various studios.
I've been in the industry long enough to know what kind of deals are possible, and nothing about this deal is a new thing.
Even some of the biggest stars in Hollywood have done it as well. Sandra Bullock got 15% of first dollar gross for Gravity. Leonardo DiCaprio's contract for Inception gave him first dollar gross. Tom Hanks for Saving Private Ryan, and Tom Cruise for Top Gun Maverick. And first dollar gross means that that person gets a percentage of the box office grosses, like right from the opening weekend. They get some of that gross. Because normally an actor or director gets their salary all up front. So this way, they're taking some of the back end. They're a little more reliant on the movie being a hit. I think the focus seems to be more on the part of that the rights for the film revert back to Ryan after a quarter of a century. That seems to be raising a lot of eyebrows, and I don't know why.
I have my guesses.
What's your guesses, Ryan?
It is not I'd rather not say.
That a boy.
The attention on what's happening with this project, outside of it as a piece of art and as a piece of commerce has been very interesting.
I can't help but think that Ryan is referring to Variety's tweet that they put out there after the opening weekend for Sinners at the box office, where they really downplayed the film's success. Now, Sinners was the biggest opening for an original movie post-COVID. Variety's tweet said, Sinners has amassed $61 million in its global debut. It's a great result for an original R-rated horror film, yet the Warner Brothers release has a $90 million price tag before global marketing expenses, so profitability remains a ways away. Patrick Schwarzenegger pointed out in his reply, it's opening weekend. Yeah, 3 days. Ben Stiller questioned, in what universe does a $60 million opening for an original studio movie warrant this headline? Variety's tweet has been seen by nearly 36 million people.
As a writer-director, I've made over $2 billion at the global box office. I'm not yet 40 years old.
Yeah, so prior to Sinners, Ryan started out at a film school by writing and directing the indie movie Fruitvale Station, then graduated to writing and directing the franchise entry Creed, and then writing and directing Marvel's Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
And I've missed out on a lot of things in my life, making films that will always be owned by other people.
So Sinners is his first original studio film.
For this one, because it was so personal, and because I had the ability to negotiate, I asked for a few things that were very important to me for this project.
The ownership thing, I really don't get what the big deal is. What is Warner Brothers going to do with that movie after 25 years? Other than a reissue or anniversary screening or something like that. I'm assuming they could still do all the sequels and the whatever remakes and spin-offs that they want to do for the next 25 years. So I don't get what, are they losing out on giving the rights back to Ryan after 25 years?
This film was very important to me.
They lease out their movies to Netflix, their library of catalog of movies to stream on Netflix. And those are always a limited amount of time. It's like 6 months at a time. They'll lease out some of the movies. That's basically giving over the rights to the movie to Netflix so they can stream it on their site for the next 6 months. So I don't really get what the big deal is. After 25 years, the rights going back to Ryan. I'm
not the first filmmaker to get any of these deals.
The one thing I will say that it is, it's great that Ryan was able to make that deal because, it's reserved for the biggest names in Hollywood. And Ryan has made an incredible amount of money at the box office, but now he has proven himself with Sinners, but of course they made this deal beforehand. And up to that point, he had been doing, franchise work, so wasn't necessarily on his name that these movies were making money. Don't get me wrong. Each one of those movies is made was the best movie of the year each year. He should have won 5 Oscars at this point. I'm just saying that, he didn't, he wasn't like a Sandra Bullock who's opened God knows how many movies, 20 movies, of all different genres on her name alone over, 25 years. That's the only thing I'm surprised that he was able to broker this deal. when, now he's more of a household name now that Sinners has come out. But yeah, at least going into this, I'm surprised he's able to do it. But yeah, what do you make of all the fuss over Ryan's deal to have first dollar gross and to get the rights back to Sinners after 25 years?
Thankfully, I was able to get those things I was asking for from Warner Brothers.